Hi everyone, it's Simon. Welcome back to Better Creating. Notion updated their databases last month and wow, has it changed the game for how we can organize our stuff. So to celebrate, this is a step-by-step build video that I think you're really going to love. I'm going to show you how to build this weekly board view by date for the current week. Harder than you might think to do. But first, a quick announcement for those of you that have been asking. To go along with my complete Notion template, I've now released a productive Notion, that contained version of the massive template. A lot of you much preferred it. It's available now to download. If you did download the original version, drop me an email with your proof of purchase. I'll send you a link so that you only have to pay for the new elements and my work on building it. So we're going to build this. This is the weekly board view for tasks. It lists my tasks by day with a name for the day from Sunday to Saturday. The reason it's Sunday to Saturday is because I plan my week on a Sunday night ready to start on the Monday morning. To give you some context, this sits within my wider life management dashboard. And actually, this is my personal homepage that I work from, but I just don't want to show you all my personal stuff. So this is the template page. If you want to see more of the context of how this works, there are videos listed below, both about the full process of how I manage tasks and also a wider, complete tour of my systems. So check those out. Now, the really cool thing about the new Notion database setup is that we have these tabs for different views. And it makes seeing and accessing your data much easier. So before I'd have a little drop down and you wouldn't know what was there. Now I can just go, great, look at the to-do list view or jump to the weekly board view. This is sorted by a due date. So if we go to the to-do list view, which is sorted in the same way, it's sorted by this date, the day I do it on. But I also have a deadline date. The reason I have that is for hard deadlines that I have to hit, and due dates, I just move things as I need to do them. So let's build this board view. So if we click into the properties, you'll see that the layout in this new Notion system is a board, and we're showing the database title. That's a new thing you can do nowadays, by the way. I could always hide that because I don't really need to see it. Pretty cool. I've grouped it by the day of the week. Now, let me show you how this works. First of all, if we look at the filters and sorts on this database, you'll see that the daily priority is sorted to ascending, so it goes down that list. But then the most important bit are these three rules. And it's saying where a formula I've created called this week, question mark, is this week. So let's click through to the original database. So I build all of my systems with databases and then filtered views of them. So first of all, for formatting, I've created a simple day of the week formula, which works like this. Format date, proposition of the due date, the due on date, and then format it is essentially that, 4 Ds, which means it will come out the actual name of the day. That's helpful to have a little bit later on. But it's this formula, is it this week, that helps me define whether something is within the current week so that board can be created. Now that formula works as follows. I am formatting a date proposition of due on by the week, and that should be equal to the formatted date of now, today, essentially, in weeks. And is it that? If so, it will give me this week, or if it's not that, it will give me not this week. Pause the video, copy the formula if you want to try this out. If we click down on that and go back to our view of the database, I'm going to open this up in my mobile view. You'll see this is in a synced block column. The reason that is that on a mobile, this doesn't have to be open, and I can just click through and see it as a single view. So this might be a better way for me to show you. So here is a simple this week view. So let's make a new weekly board view so I can show you how to make this. So we'll add a new view. Click on here, we can rename it, and we'll just call this one example board view. Now you want the layout to be a board, obviously. I can hide the database title because we don't need to see that. And then you're going to need to group it by the day of the week formula that we created. And make sure that here it says it's exact and not alphabetical. If it's alphabetical, you just end up with these letters that make no sense. So you want it to be exact. I'm not going to hide empty groups. I'm just going to hide the no day of the week. What I found is when I made this, you have to have an entry in every day of the week for it to register when you first make it. And that is why we only have Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Friday in this view. But all you would do is simply up here, make sure that the sort is manual, and then you can just move it so that you put them in the order that you want them to be. Now, if we go back to my original view, this is what you end up with. Sunday right through to Saturday for the current week. If you want to add anything extra to the views, it's really simple. You just click on the dots, go to properties, and then you can show anything that you've hidden or hide anything that you don't want to see. I've done a sort by daily priority tag, so that if I have more than one task within the day, which I probably will, I can sort it using those tags, which are here. Just so that I have a bit of a kind of an order to the day. So you could always add that to your list. The great thing about a board view means that you can also create these concat formulas. I'm not going to go into loads of detail about that in this video, but if you wanted to create a deadline report for your due date, you can create a concat view of the date it's due, and it will report it back so that within a board view like this, you get a report rather than just the date listed. It's much more accessible, and that is it. So you might enjoy some of these videos next on how to think differently about making the most of your time and energy. And if you want more on this Notion joy, go check out this one. It would be great if you subscribed, amazing if you left a comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's go.